Hey guys, welcome back. So today's recipe is going to be an extremely easy and healthy peach jam. This time of year is great for it when you can get your hands on some ripe peaches. So for today's recipe, I'm using about 12 to 14 really ripe Georgia peaches I've got at the farmer's market. I am going to just roughly chop them, as you can see here, and I love to leave my skins on whenever I can. It utilizes the nutrients that are in the skin, and to be honest, I'm always looking for shortcuts and simple ways to do things. When you blend it, I don't even think you know the difference. I'm going to set my burner to about medium heat, and I'm going to place all those peaches I just chopped. I'm going to let it simmer down for about 15 minutes, and the fruit will just kind of break down on its own. I give it a quick stir first, and then you're going to want to kind of stir it occasionally during the actual simmering process, just to make sure that we're turning those peaches over and that they're all getting broken down by that heat. So again, we're going to leave this for about 15 minutes, and then it's going to look like this beautiful bubbly peach mess here. Now this is an additional step. I add about 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, guys. You could use chia seeds, you could even throw a little flax in there. I just love using those seeds whenever possible. It adds such an awesome boost of nutrients to this already delicious and healthy jam, but gives you a lot of those omega-3s, some more fiber, and a lot of other vitamins and minerals. And to be honest, I don't think you can even taste it. I'm using my immersion blender here. If you don't have an immersion blender, you could obviously transfer this very carefully to a blender. You're just going to blend it to your desired consistency. If you like it super chunky, then leave those chunks in there. I blend mine pretty well, and I do leave a few chunks. That's just how we like it. So that's what I'm doing here. And you're going to want to turn the heat off, obviously, and then we're going to let this kind of cool off to the side while we mix some arrowroot starch. I use 2 tablespoons. I mix it with about 3 tablespoons of water till it's completely dissolved. Now if you're wondering why this step, really all this does is help to thicken the jam if you've got a really loose liquidy consistency. Again, you know, this isn't necessary as a step, but I like it because to me it gives it that consistency a lot more like jam. It kind of thickens it up. So we're going to add that back to our pot that's kind of cooling and just mix it really well. As the jam cools, it will continue to thicken. When you put it in your fridge and freezer, obviously it'll thicken even more, but this is what we're looking like after we add the arrowroot starch and after we've let it cool just a little bit. Now it's the canning process. I love this little doodad I got at Amazon. It makes it so much easier. Oh my gosh, I used to do it the hard way. But I'll have to put a link in the description if that's something that you want. Anyway, so this made, the 12 to 14 peaches I used made about 7 cups of jam. This is awesome for gifts. I throw it in the freezer. We'll use 1 or 2 ourselves and then freeze the rest for later. So just cool them at room temp. Put them in there, you're good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Make sure to like and subscribe.